Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your support. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to do Scorpio. So we're gonna get these have all kind of been, I've been doing them a little different. I still got the same decks, but we're gonna pull 3 of these Metatron cards. The energy is starting to relax a little. But it has been pretty intense. It's a lot of endings to karmic cycles, karmic dynamics, not getting pulled back into old karmic things, you guys. Letting the past in the past. We got the mystery and mystery of life. Mystery and mastery of life. Indigo. And then we got the void. Retreat, rest, pause. And the beacon, shine on. Okay. On the bottom, connection and attunement. So it's really feeling right away like you guys are resting, taking a break, and kind of contemplating life, and just that's what it feels like contemplating a lot of what's been, what is, maybe what will be, so you can continue to do what it is you're doing, whether this is some work you're doing or just a way you are bringing yourself into the world. It's almost feeling like hermit. We are going to get some more on this, you guys. We're going to go ahead and get 2 of these luminous warriors under the mystery and mastery of life. I will read like the shorter little version of that, you guys. So I hope everybody's doing well. This energy's been pretty, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but it's been intense. What do we got here? We got the Wild Woman reversed. And Vision Quest on the under the Shine On. Okay. And the decks I've picked out are focusing on healing, relationships, those karmic endings. So if you, and this could be with family, partnerships, friendships, just maybe jobs, anything that's been like something you've had to do for unbeknownst reasons, for the mysteries of life. Which you could be contemplating like right now, like why did I go through this, or what was this about? And then we got that Wild Woman underneath, and I will read more about these, you guys. I'm just going to get these cards out real quick. Let's get 3 of these, Spirit. Okay. Got the holding a heart here. The void here. 6 is also the Lovers in the tarot, so maybe really making some big choices right now, and maybe even looking to the divine to help show you something, bring some guidance to you. I'm getting that with this mystery and mastery. Maybe questioning your own even part in something here. Oh, interesting. Under the void, something's feels like in a different place than you, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting right now. Like, this could be something feels like it's not there, or it's dissipated into less than it was. I don't know what this is. We're going to get more, you guys. Let's see, and then we'll get that Vision Quest in this 62. Okay. On the bottom, 24. We will read the short of that, too. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get... let's read that real quick here. Ooh. All right. So let's read this. 21, 48, 44. Okay. It's two 62s here. 8. And 68. 6 and 8. 6s and 8s. And then the 44 is also an 8. A lot of 8s. Feels like this does feel cyclic. Okay, let's go to this 21 real quick, you guys. All right, it says indigo holds mystery and beckons you into its embrace to reveal the meaning of existence and the meaning of you. And that's kind of what I like your purpose in something, or what the purpose was in something, or what your part is in it. I was feeling that with the wild woman, like questioning like maybe your part in something or another. Let's see here. It says, pay particularly attention to your dreams at this time. What themes are coming up to be looked at and explored? Maybe figures from your past that you need to make peace with, or loved ones who have passed on wishing you well. Note daydreams too, and allow time to visualize, to wish, and to believe in magic. Creating visions that are possible if we dare to dream them makes them come true. With indigo, this is done from the grounded state of being. Those drawn to the indigo ray are also comfortable carrying authority and have enough presence to see anything through. By searching for meaning, healing, and connection back to ourselves and our origins, we gain the world, and the world gains the highest aspect of us. Sink into the indigo's depth and mystical beauty and discover anew your galactic origins. Okay, let's read this. I want to see what this man with this heart is about, because this would be something that would be passing here, something that maybe you've been through already. It depends on where you're at too with these messages, you guys, but you can be anywhere in this if this resonates with you. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. But it says, I lay my head on your chest and your heart is beating. My song of contentment, so safe and secure. Why must I ever awake? You could be dreaming or thinking about somebody in your dreams, somebody from the past here that holds a special place in your heart. It's a security blanket and something that makes you feel content when you think about it. But how do we obtain it? Okay. Not all of the meanings behind this card are pretty. It says it could mean financial loss and bring out the worst in people, especially if they prioritize money above all other values. Somebody may be putting money ahead of a relationship or something like that. This could be you or another. That's one scenario, you guys. And it says maybe the reset button was pushed to help them understand more about their life and what it is actually important. So if there's been a financial loss or a job loss or something like that, maybe it's trying to shine some light on what's really important, something that's more in alignment with you. This could be a relationship, job. You know, it says financial loss, but to me, it can mean any kind of material loss, home, relationships, stuff like that. It says something could have kind of came to an end here to humble you. It says we go through all kinds of struggles so we can learn to see things from a new perspective. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this mystery and mastery. And then we're going to get to this wild woman, but I think this is the what's being reflected on right here, or what's being looked at. It says, never give up, because there are always other options. It may not be exactly what you thought it would be doing at this particular time in your life, but open yourself up to all new ideas. Just realize you are going through a refinement period. So really refining things in your life and getting down to like what's really important here. Something that's, what is your security blanket? What makes you feel comfortable? Is it your job? Is it a relationship? Are you prioritizing something over something that is truly security to you? Those are some of the questions coming to my mind. It says, stay positive and look for new possibilities. It's going to take little effort on your part, but it will be worth it. Even in tough times, there is always something to be thankful for. What you appreciate appreciates. Let's look at this wild woman real quick, because that is right under this mystery and mastery of life. 62. And you have two 62s here, you guys. So one's just reversed. That's this one. Let's see here. Excess for its own sake is a sign of imbalance. Yeah, you could have like excess in money or work or materials things or any kind of excess. This can be a multitude of things, but it's just saying also against like excess thinking, excess feeling, excess buying, excess maybe even using anything that's like substances, stuff like that. It feels like something's been put ahead of something important here. Um, and these have been pretty blunt readings. So if it's not your reading, it's not your reading. But if it is, I hope it helps somebody. This says this is a warning that you may be trapped in obsessive thinking or behavior, looking for release in places that will never provide it. Yeah, so like it may be looking for some kind of relief or release. Maybe it could be work, it could be shopping, it could be some kind of substance abuse, food, anything like that, where you're trying to escape something or kind of, I'm feeling that like that numbing out feeling of something that is truly near and dear to your heart, and you may be just contemplating like, what am I doing, or and even asking, God, the angels to help you see something clearer so that you can dedicate yourself to what's close to your heart, because you could have had a loss here. Let go. It says looking for release in places that will never provide it. There's only like one important thing here. I'm getting that Seven of Cups energy. So there's like one thing in the multitude of things that you could go after, and there's one thing that's near and dear to your heart that actually is the real comfort you want and you need in your life. And you may be trying to fulfill that kind of void, which is the next card, that void or that empty place, with other things that aren't what you truly want to put in that space. It says, let's go lest you become like a hungry ghost of Chinese Buddhist lore that can never be fulfilled. True release comes from trusting the fluidity of life, understanding that just as a river needs its banks to flow through, so too do you need boundaries around your thinking and behavior. There's definitely something that is overtaking something more important here, and there's something of value here that is truly needed for you, and you may be fulfilling it in other ways. Maybe even to an excess, doing excessive thinking, excessive behavior, excessive whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe if this is your reading that's excessive, it's really coming in loudly and saying, and this could have already passed too. So this could be something you're now feeling, and it still left you feeling empty. Like maybe you did think something was going to fill this space or make you feel secure, and it didn't, and it's left you feeling empty still. That's another message I'm getting. Understanding that just as now is the time to simplify, be mindful, and connect to the light within. Okay, so we're going to go to this void real quick, this 48. Okay, let there be light. And with those words, a creation sprang forth from darkness and propelled all of us on our eternal paths of discovery and enlightenment. You could be coming out of kind of a place where, and in my own life, I know I've went through this too, where it's like trying to fulfill, it's not even fulfill, it's almost like trying to forget what I really need or what I really want through, using alcohol, drugs, excessive things, excessive thinking, excessive doing, excessive behaviors. It says, sometimes we voluntarily go into the void, and sometimes we are pushed by illness, burnout, grief, or loss. I'm feeling like this was more of a push. That's what I'm getting right now, but we will get more, you guys. But it says, as you step into the void, you feel Metatron's presence within the dark, and you proceed deeper into its safe cocoon. Knowing that you're not alone, within the void there is light too, and you can truly face who you are and what you now need to deal with, heal, embrace, or feel. This feels like coming out of, this feels like kind of dark night of the soul energy is what it's feeling like. So you could be really looking back at things you've prioritized, maybe not, and I wouldn't even say it's like, it would be prioritizing, but you could have put just false security in your life over something that's truly secure or truly feels good, and it still left you feeling empty and not satisfied. And it's, there's also a message here of knowing when, like not having like really, okay, how do I put this? Not having excessive expectations either, like perfection. There's no such thing as perfection, you guys. So that's another message coming in. But it says, from the moment of sweet surrender, everything becomes possible, a creative dance of movement, flow, and expansion. So there's a feeling here of needing to surrender and deal with something that's already happened, and you were probably played a part in this, from the message I'm getting, where you're looking back at it, maybe with some regret, some maybe shames, maybe guilt, questions, and it's saying these are things you need to work on healing right now in this space, in the center here, which is, and it's coming through, and we're going to get this other card too, but it says consciously, it says your soul is a bright ball of luminous light. And do not forget that if you're coming into this place where you're beating yourself up, or you're regretting or feeling longing for something that's not there, that maybe maybe you did, it could be pushed away, it could just be it fell away because you prioritized some other things ahead of it. This feels like a missing or a longing or a loss of some sort. Yeah, it's but you gain a lot by doing this reflection and going within and really healing and learning what is important to you. It's like we do a lot of stuff that's not important to us, and we learn that that stuff is not what we want in our life, for sure. So that's definitely a lesson of life. Consciously entering back into the void is to reach back into a rich landscape of potential dreams, as well as unfulfilled desires and wishes. So something, not feeling fulfilled when maybe you thought it would be fulfilled, or you just kind of forgot about your wishes or your dreams or what you truly, truly wanted, and kind of got swept away in maybe some excessive movement in the outer world here that took you away from the inner world. That's what I'm feeling. It says, don't fear the void. It is there to help, not hinder, to heal, not hurt, to create, not diminish, and to make greater, not diminish this experience of life. Metatron offers safe passage through its darkness. Anyway, this is really saying, hey, it's, even though you might feel in a dark place right now or whatever, you're on your way. No, not a whole lot of needed on your part, except for just recognizing that there's light inside of you, and you still have that cut off there, you guys. So it's really saying no matter what kind of dark place you're coming out of, or maybe a feeling of loss, some feelings of maybe regret here too, of not reaching your goals, your dreams, or getting something that you thought was, it's just, there's a feeling here of not having, like, it's almost Five of Cups energy too, and Seven of Cups. Like there's this feeling of picking other options or other things than just one thing that you wanted to truly hone in on. But this is saying, the light's right here. And there's not a whole lot of like repercussion about just coming out of this funk, and realizing, hey, I have light, I have dreams, and now I'm going to focus on them. I'm going to ground them. I'm going to focus on them. I know I got lost. I know I maybe if I lost, we learn a lot. Even when we're lost, we learn what we don't want, and we learn what isn't satisfying to us in our lives. So that's valuable, and we need to see value in things like that, not just beat ourselves up over choices that don't seem the best or whatever. When we look back on it, it's like we're not perfect. Like I said, there's no perfection, no such thing as perfection, you guys. Okay, so this card that's under the void is Rhapsody. Calm me, my sweet, rock me, hold me to sleep, we are in need, drink me into the places of you. This is interesting, because it did bring up sleep again too, so pay attention to your dreams too right now. And it says you're being asked to embrace and connect to the more passionate inner self at this particular time. That's what I felt. It's like you got swept away in some outer experiences or some outer stuff. Could be money, could be, like I said, maybe got swept away in something, and it kind of took you away from your center, and it didn't feel in alignment, and it didn't fulfill you, even though that may have been what you thought. Oh, this will make me happy, like, or since I can't do that, or I ain't going after that, I'm going to go after this, or I'm going to do this, and that'll take my mind off this, or that'll make me satisfied, that'll make me happy, I'll buy this will make me feel better. And something here hasn't made you feel better. It's actually left you with a knowing of more, for sure, what you want to go after now. And that's what I am getting. So you need to take that time to respect, acknowledge, and honor that feeling of the thing that you truly want, that will truly bring security to you in your inner world, and outer world, when we're happy inside, we're happy outside, no matter what's going on around us. So that's a really strong message. It says, maybe you've met someone recently or soon will meet someone who stirred up a flame inside you. It's exciting when you experience an attraction for someone who gives you that thrilling and tingly sensation. So, where is this going? And are you ready to explore a desirous connection? Listen to your inner voice and lead with your heart. Fiery romance is in the air, so let it feed your appetite. It could be something you kind of, like I said, rejected or went into, like, switched your focus because you were, I want to say, like, either to purposely distract yourself from something you truly wanted, or to kind of numb or try to forget about this feeling or this longing for this, whatever this is. It could be anything, you guys. Goal, job, relationships. It says, or perhaps it could be the opposite. Have you somehow lost that spark in your current relationship? If so, are you ready? And like, you could have thought, oh, this is it. This is the relationship. And then it's like, now you find yourself maybe excessively doing other things and not focusing on the relationship, not feeding the spark in the relationship, or something like that is also part of this message. So it says, if you are ready to ignite what has been forgotten, our lives are constantly shifting and changing. So sometimes we just lose interest or desire for intimacy because of life's obligations and schedules. Our responsibilities with work, home, and family can pull us away from the things we miss and love the most. And then those special moments or feelings can get pushed to the side and neglected. So obligations, like I said, work, and this could be other things too, maybe just hanging out with friends or whatever it is, could have pulled you away from something that's really important and near and dear to your heart. And it really does give you security, where this other stuff is kind of superficial, what I always call, it's like instant gratification instead of long-term understanding and security. So that's something us humans we do. So that's really interesting. Okay, let's get this shine on real quick. 44, and this is where we're headed here in this energy. And it says master number 44 energy is linked to the angels and to you as an earth angel too. Okay, and this is really about bringing your light back out. Like, you went away and hid away somewhere. You could have been hiding in work. You could have been hiding in, like I said, anything that pulled you away from your heart center and like what you truly want to put your energy into. It feels like you kind of got pulled in other directions. And it says, if you realize the power of your light, you would turn it up, not try to hide it. There's something here you really want to show some attention, some affection, maybe some, dedication, and maybe some other things you've kind of allowed to pull you away from what's really important here. That's what it's feeling like. Your heart. It says, you ask, but now and where and when. You block the light in you by waiting for the right time and the right circumstance and the right moment. When is it actually about just shining? So that's that overthinking too. That overthinking, like, oh, like, I should have said this or I should have expressed this, and then it didn't happen because you were excessively thinking about it or overthinking it. And it's like, oh, I need the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, and it's really saying now's the time. Like, you're in this space right now where you are recognizing that there's something you truly want to, like, kind of shine some love on, some light on, some attention on, maybe some dedication. And it's just really saying that's where this energy is leading. So it says, to be a beacon of light for others is to be noticed and to stand out. You cannot shine slightly. You either shine or you don't. There's not a middle. There's not an in-between. You're either, yes, this is me and I'm shining, or I'm hiding and I'm not being myself, and I'm afraid of what people are going to think. I'm afraid of being too romantic or too passionate about something. We're passionate, and that's good, you guys. It's good. Passion's a good thing. It says it says no one can do it alone. You are all reflections of each other, building a much bigger light than you can ever imagine. And it's talking about light workers, and I feel like whoever I'm talking to right now is a light worker, which means you were meant to, like, cheer people up and bring up their vibration and really shine a lot of love on things and understanding. Maybe you haven't been doing that. Maybe you just feel like it's whatever. It's you're afraid of what people are going to think, or you think it's cheesy or corny or whatever, but it's like, feels like it's part of you. It's part of your heart. It's part of your soul. It's part of your light. And it's kind of been hiding. And this is what I know I've experienced. Like when I was numbing and running, it was like I was rejected a lot younger because I was just so like always like morning, like all friendly, happy, you know. I'm always trying to, I wouldn't even say make friends. It was just I was just, and it's not like life was perfect. It was just like my only way of getting through things is optimism. I like to be optimistic. I really live in, and it is kind of, it can get, you know, it can be illusional or delusional when you're really optimistic about things. But this feels like true light, and you know, and you learn to balance out that optimism. And nothing's wrong. I'm constantly even in times when I'm like, oh, this is, I find the optimistic side of it. I find the bright in the dark. I find the light. I find the lesson in the trial. I find the value of even a place that is uncomfortable. And that's what this energy is coming through, has been really trying to show us and talk to us about too, you guys. So um, that's an important message. It says no one. It says when one person's light gets low, it is recharged by the next light beside it. Just keep passing the light and being the light. This is your role and your mission, and the angels and Metatron thank you for it. Without light workers on the ground, nothing is possible. But with each of you in place, everything is, and a new dawn can be born for the world and everything living within it. So shine your light. And then we're going to go down to the 60, which is this vision quest. Okay, and this is, and we're going to see what that 62 is too. This vision quest 60. And it's upright. It says you face your fears and embrace your mortality and meet face to face with spirit. When we feel stagnant, that's, you know, and that's this void too. It's like you're in this space to really go within and look at the stuff you've been putting your energy or your time into, or look at the things you've been dimming in yourself and not expressing, maybe not showing your passions about, stuff like that, and really so you can come out and really embrace something here. And that's what this shine on is. It's really about embracing your shine and embracing some kind of vision and some kind of quest you have here. This is feeling very missiony. Get off the couch, get away from your desk, and go outside. Find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in the city, go for walks in the park. And I've been doing a lot of walking too, you guys, and it's really, really good. It's just good to get out by yourself and just breathe and let the wind just blow on you and just watch the leaves fall right now, if it's fall where you're at. Not where everybody, but it is here, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful time to get out and appreciate the nice weather and the cycle of fall. And this is befitting with the energy too. Every fall's like this. It's like lots of things need to be released, and it just kind of goes with the energy. It's so interesting how that works. But it says, so set your spirit helps those who help themselves. So whatever this is, this is about really getting yourself out of your funk, and spirit will help you. But you have to want to get out of this like distractive energy, or this embracing other things besides like the inner self energy. It feels like you could be embracing a lot of like, I say superficial, but it's like not, it's just not that deep stuff you want that's really asking for your attention right now. It says, so set your intention and ask nature for a guiding vision for your life. All right, I love that, a guiding vision. You know, and sometimes when we ask for signs or synchronicities, we get them, and we actually do, but we have to pay attention. I think they come whenever you ask, but sometimes I think we do miss them. So this 62, okay, let's go here. Let's see. The victim of love. Something has been like lost here, or something isn't a part of your world that you want to be a part of your world. Maybe because you didn't say something or express something or give it attention that it needed, and it feels like it's slipped away, or it's slipping away, or it's just not what it could be because of maybe your lack of energy put into it. And that's what I'm getting, okay, Scorpio? It says your heart remembers the time of romance. So this could be something that was is feeling like a relationship or something, or it could be a job or something that had a lot of passion and a lot of hope. You had a lot of, there's a lot there, a lot of security. And it feels like maybe something kind of swept you away from this, and it's became stagnant, it's became still, it's became less than it was. But you can also, I feel like, bring this back to life if that's something you want to do, because it is feeling like that. Because there is a feeling here of kind of knowing what's right for you and where your soul's at, where your heart's at. It says where two people come together as one, love, commitment, and the feeling of forever surrounded your world. This hardship could come to you now as a painful breakup, or one which you probably weren't expecting. This parting may have involved some kind of betrayal, or circumstances that surround the relationship. You still have to correspond or deal with their physical presence. So you could still be around this person, and whether you're living together or something like that, there's just a feeling here of it's uncomfortable, and maybe you're distracting yourself or avoiding like conversation or contact because there's some kind of feeling here of either shame or guilt of not putting in the extra effort that you feel like maybe you should have to kind of maintain the passion or the desire in the relationship, and this could be vice versa too, you guys. But it is feeling like something has happened, like an interference. That's what it's feeling like, something interfering with something that was actually really close to your heart. And it feels like an allowance of interference. That's what it feels like. But it says when this happens, you have to deal with, sometimes you have to deal with these people because you live with one another. And when this happens, if you're trying to heal from a betrayal or something that you thought was a security blanket, and maybe you've tried to distract yourself from the feeling of that being. But here's the great thing. Okay, I'm going to bring this in. Even if this relationship or whatever, you thought this is wonderful, this is what I want, and you distracted yourself, or a betrayal happened, now you really do know what you want, and you know that feeling you want, and you can bring that feeling into your current relationship or move forward and bring that into your life, that passion or that expression or that energy. But I think it's really saying it's time to put energy into something that's close to your heart, not distracting you from your heart. That's what I'm feeling you could be doing here, Scorpio, if this resonates, or whoever this resonates with. But it says time heals all wounds. Until then, you are looking for answers to help ease this painful situation. So that is interesting. Okay, so we are going to, I did want to read that 24 on the bottom. It looks like a really sunny, free card, but these images don't really go with like the things in the book, but I love, this is a beautiful deck, and I love the art. And the words in the book are powerful too. It's just, I don't feel, and it does kind of go, it's called soul shine. So once again, we're talking about shining. You could have fell into a depression. You could have fell into escapism. You could have fell into this like really closed off hermit mode where you're just like, but now we're almost feeling like you got distracted. There was an interference. And then now you're contemplating and looking at the whole situation and seeing what you truly want out of this, or what you did want out of this, and or how you can bring this back into your life in some way, shape, or form. It says, paint me shades of yellow. The sun always warms my soul. Rainbows can only be made through rains. Yeah, so this feels like just like almost like a bump in the road. It feels like something has happened here in a relationship or a situation that was near and dear to your heart, and it's caused a little storm. And now you are getting through this by recognizing, maybe putting some more energy into it and shining in optimism. I'm getting optimism like big time. So if you've been really negative, or try being optimistic and seeing the lesson in whatever it was that you've just recently or are going through. Find the value in it. It says when someone instigates a situation that hurts or upsets us, we might feel the need to retaliate to protect our loss of dignity or respect. Yeah, that could be this too. If somebody was just, if there's just this feeling here of something kind of going south, and if it was just interfering with your energy and your shine, you could have shut down or distracted yourself or avoided the, the showing of your heart, it's also that, like, we're afraid of, like, speaking our mind or speaking our feelings, especially when we're still passionate about that person or that situation, but yet we feel really rejected or put down by them. It's like, well, no, I'm not going to say anything, or I'm not going to shine any love on this person or this situation, because um, this is my way of retaliating. This is my way of protecting myself, because I don't want to lose any more dignity or respect in myself. And that's a strong message coming through, and that's a real thing. But it's just saying here, if you act on, it says, it can be humiliating when you have been wronged by someone. This could be about a betrayal. Either way. So this, if it was you who did the betrayal, look at it from the other point of view, the other side. And if it was the other, still look at it from all perspectives here. But it says it can be humiliating. And it says, especially if others are involved and they have been told an incorrect version of the truth. I know this. Okay, so, of course, one person's going to give their side of the story, and it is humiliating, especially if you're the one getting put down and you're the one that's the bad guy and did all the bad things. And it just feels like you're being demonized, but it's like they don't know the other half. They don't know what was going on. And we don't want to, like, and if you truly love somebody and stuff, it's like you really don't want to taint up their name or their honor, or, but we do get angry, and we can be revengeful. We can be vengeful, and we can be angry and resentful. And when you get in that kind of state of mind, or if this is somebody in your life, it's ugly. It's just ugly energy. They're mean, hateful, and just can't see light when you're in the dark so much. Whatever this was, I feel like this was pretty down, dark, maybe dirty. It says, if you act on your impulse to seek revenge, it could lead to more suffering. And that happens, okay? So it's like, and I've experienced this on both ways in my life too, where it's like I was angry, resentful, and I caused more pain, thinking, I'm going to make myself feel better by doing this, like escaping drugs, whatever it was. It was chaos, okay? And I ended up hurting myself and, the person I loved, because I was angry and I was upset, and nothing, and I did feel rejected and humiliated, and as I'm sure the other person did too, and vice versa. It's flipped too. So there's lots of different sides of this, but it feels like this could go both ways, whoever I'm reading this for. But this is really, do not take revenge or retaliate. This is about choosing to choose love and light and optimism, and taking the lessons out of it, and not becoming, because you'll only regret it. You will regret it by making a choice to take a vengeful or backstab somebody or talk bad about them when you love them, or this is something you truly is close, near, and dear to your heart. So it says it's essential to take the high road so you don't cause any more suffering, whether somebody else caused you suffering or not. And that's what usually happens. The person who feels wronged, or the victim in the first place, feels wronged, and then they take vengeance or revenge, and then it's a vicious cycle, you guys. It's ugly. It's so ugly. It says regain your dignity, your pride in yourself, and your dignity on your grace, how you handle things. I'll never handle things like I used to. It's just, there's no respect or dignity in it. So it's just really important to recognize who you are, and like what kind of person and energy and spirit you have. And it's not the vengeful, hateful type, because that doesn't come from God, okay? That's our egos, and that's our man heads, it's not the Godhead. I don't feel, it's just interesting. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's really insightful. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple of these tarot cards here, see what comes out for you guys. We have the Page of Swords. This is about communication also, and staying in control over your words. So if this is slander or gossip, or you are feeling upset about something, or maybe you just need to communicate. Maybe you actually, doesn't have to always be bad, the Page of Swords. If they do their thinking and they are have thought out, which it looks like that you're doing a lot of thinking with this mystery and mastery of life. How do I communicate? How do I handle my emotions? How do I handle rejection? How do I handle humiliation? How do I handle um, stagnation? How do I handle these things? And this is the Page of Swords, having that new kind of really evaluating that, the way our minds think. It says, I take care of detail and I stay in control. So staying in control over your thoughts and what you do with those thoughts matters, you guys. It's kind of like getting a new, it's almost feeling like you got a new thought process getting worked on here. And that's what you're contemplating, is like this new thought process, or this way you're processing the way you have processed the things from the past. It's interesting, if that makes any sense. And then we got justice. Yeah, something's being balanced out here. This, once again, justice is all over this. Of course, it is Libra season. It just got into Libra season, so it doesn't surprise me that justice is coming out all over the board, because this is Libra's card. And there's a lot going on in Libra right now. We got Mercury's was in Libra, the Sun's in Libra, Mars in Libra, and we also got that nodal stuff going on in Libra too. The South Node, yeah, North Node's in Aries, South Node in Libra. So it's a lot of Libra, a lot of justice, a lot of karma, a lot of the divine handing everybody their bounty, their gifts, their prizes, or their lessons. Either way, it's still a prize. We have to look at lessons as good too, because we learn stuff, and let's find value in that. That's what I really feel. It says, I speak my truth in fairness to myself. And your truth, and that's another thing about justice. It's like when we think about justice in the man mind, the human mind, we think that person did this and they should suffer. And that's just vengeful, it's our systems. It's the way we've been, but the divine sees justice really quite differently than we do. What did you do when somebody wronged you? Did you make it worse? Well, that's going to come back, and it's going to balance out the scales. Did you handle it with care and love? And did you still, then that's going to come back. Like, there's a lot coming into people right now, and they're getting a lot of insight into the way they have processed uncomfortable things in their life and conflict. And then we got that Five of Cups. I was feeling that Five of Cups at the beginning, and it says, I'll move forward when the time is right. So sitting in this moment here and appreciating kind of what's still true, what still feels right, and what doesn't. And and those feelings come from our thoughts. We can change the way we feel by changing the way we see things and the way we think. So that's powerful. That's powerful, you guys. So let's get three of these. Yeah, there's some kind of, and this could even be a message or somebody speaking to you, and this could be some kind of new thought process in you that's bringing fairness and balance to some situation, or vice versa. The Magician, you guys, focus too. That is the Page of Swords too. Focused, empowered creativity, resourcefulness, and manifesting. So really being focused right now, focused on your thought process, focused on the way you communicate, focused on where you're putting your energy. The Page of Swords, don't overthink right now. That's another, but definitely stay focused on the one thing. Don't think about a million things. I was getting that like Seven of Cups energy, and it's time to kind of focus in on one thing, and let's let it be something hopefully like love, you guys, like something like that. We got purposeful action. Once again, it's this intention. There's some kind of intention here. If you're in the middle of a mess or something right now, it's really asking you to focus in on and look at also your part in something too here, with mystery and mastery of life, and this contemplation of like, what could I have, put more energy towards this, or did I get sidetracked? Did I get distracted? Did I get pulled away from something that I is true to my heart? I'm getting that as a message, but it says purposeful action, assertive, focused direction, overcoming obstacles. So if this is something you want to overcome, and you want to bring spark or light and love back into, it's very possible. I'm feeling that. I don't do relationship readings, but this round of readings has been around, and it's because I was drawn to these specific decks, and this is just the messages coming out. So let's get another one here for the end. And then we're going to get a Cali card, you guys. The Mother. Abundance, instinctive, maternal, nurture, divine feminine. So this is telling me, it's like that Empress energy too. It's like allowing what's grown and what is to be what it is, not trying to change it, but nurturing what is trying to happen here. And also nurturing yourself because of this shine on and your vision. Some kind of nurture this fairness, justice, and vision. And still like this allowance. There's an allowance of being yourself, letting somebody else be themselves, and still like loving and accepting like the situation with like this like purposeful action. It's like, I want this to turn into something good, not be a thorn in my side. Like that's what I'm getting. But there's a feeling here of nurturing something. And I feel like this is your light right now, because I feel like you could be like on the brink, like walking a fine line between like being vengeful or mean or angry or lost in the dark, and like loving and forgiving and accepting and understanding and optimistic, and empowered with spirit instead of empowered with like anger and frustration and maybe fear. Or losing yourself in the mess. That's what I'm getting. And then, yeah, with the moon, there's some unknowns here, and there's also some things here. I feel like even being hidden, like emotions being hidden, communication being hidden, maybe on your part, maybe on the other, but there's definitely some kind of feeling here of something pulling you. And I feel like it's that Seven of Cups energy. I feel like there's some other energies or other things kind of, and these could be like really illusions, the illusion of happiness or the illusion of security in something that's just not what is truly what you want. There's some kind of deep intuitive, and this is shadow work too, you guys. It's going within and looking at that. So that's definitely, and then the sun right behind the moon, you guys. So that's really powerful. So really shining some light on those shadows. These have had some shadow work in them. No big deal, you guys. Let's get a spiral oracle here. Okay. We got stories of my mother. This could have something to do with a mother too. The mother's come out twice now. So if this isn't a love or a relationship or a job, it could be some kind of relationship, or you as a mother or something like that. Also, let's read that. Stories of my mother. This is also about not being the story, like changing the stories too. It's been a minute since I read this specific card, but okay. It says the illustration. Yes, it's DNA stuff we've carried too. So there's something here like you might be carrying excess. You're carrying excess of something here. It says the illustration tells me to pay attention to the information embedded in my DNA, which is a map that guides me to the mold of my heritage. In order to know that mold and how it has shaped me. And this has also been, there's also been an energy about looking at our health, like psychiatric health, all the stuff that we are passed down. Like there was a reading, I don't remember, I think it was Libra, and it had like mental illness and stuff in it. And really going into those shadows right now and looking at kind of what's been passed down to you too, like mentally, in our conditions, what has trained you to act or behave in a certain way or think. I don't know. There's just a feeling here of needing to get down to like specifics and like specifically work on one thing and put your energy and intention into one thing that's close to you. My body was gestated in her body, and during the pregnancy, we were one being. Every day, her blood carried chemical information generated from her emotions, thoughts, and experiences. You could be there's a feeling here of carrying some emotional embedded energy that was passed down to you that could help you to move forward and heal maybe a relationship that has suffered because of it. It also says every day her blood carried chemical information that was generated from her emotions, thoughts, and experiences. So think of the things your mother went through, think of the things, and think about that as being like leaving an energetic imprint on you and how that affects your energy for forever until you realize, whoa, that I'm still, it's like we'll get triggers like, and this goes into like past life stuff too, but yeah, some stuff just triggers like, well, that wasn't that wasn't worth that trigger or that tantrum or that rage or whatever, but because it triggered something that's like kind of imprinted in us from something that isn't even like happening or ours right now. And this has been a message. It says, when I entered the world, my upbringing was immersed in a certain cultural identity, a belief system, a nation, a social environment, and a family system that instilled in me many norms and patterns about how to think, act, and react to every situation in daily life. Is there something you've reacted to in a way that you were either conditioned, or maybe that's the way your mother reacted? And did you shut down? Was there running? Um, was there disloyalty? Is there gossip? Is there addiction? What is this thing that you're carrying in excess, that could be affecting something that's really close and near and dear to your heart right now? Is the big question coming to my mind. It says, we are who we are because of a millennia of cultural molds passed down from generation to generation. The journey now brings me to the present and leads me to observe my spontaneous reactions. It does feel like something happened, like it's just been impulsive, maybe impulsive choices, impulsive wrecking. Um, yeah, it says, even those I sometimes do not understand, like, why did I just react to that way? Why did I just say that awful thing? Why did I just talk behind that person's back? Why did I um, just do, why did I just go get drunk because I was upset? Or why did I cheat? Or why did I lie? Or, what are these things that are embedded and where are they coming from? And how can we heal them? I realize that conditioning is a series of movements and memories that are always of the past. I call these memories knowledge. And I have millions of them accumulated, a pleasure, suffering, fear, joy, and much more. And this is the millions of strands of DNA from grandfathers and grandmothers of our past. Forever goes back, you guys. We are built from multitudes of energy. Some are stronger than others in our DNA, but it's all there. To this day, like there's certain movies I watch, like Five Goes West and stuff, and it's like old, like it's set in that time of like depression, and everything's like muted and like brownish colored, and it makes me sick. And I was like, why is this making, why? And like literally, like I'll get like nauseated and want to like go throw up. And I'm like, why am I getting sick? And I think somebody in my DNA line probably died from like scarlet fever. Well, scarlet fever and like a whole bunch of like sicknesses going on at that time. And I feel it. Like I literally triggers me. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I don't get it. But I've done a lot of work on this because I'm like, this just, it's weird, It's just interesting. That's what I'm getting. Something like that. Some kind of trigger or some kind of reaction that you have that's just like there. And it's like, oh, I want this. This is, now I still will get ill when I haven't stopped that. But recognizing where it's coming from stops me from saying, well, that's just a bad movie, or that's just, I recognize it's coming from somewhere deeper. So my reaction's a little more, not so personal, I guess, is the best way I can say that. It says, to this day, I have become the result of these memories. They have conditioned my life. However, they do not condition my observer. They do not condition the presence of the self watching, the being watching us, observing what we are doing with what we are made of, physically. There's something non-physical. It's our soul, our spirit, source. It's just there, and it sees that we're handling something a certain way. It tells us that wasn't right, or that don't feel right, or it sees, well, that was a bad choice. Like there's a whole nother part of the brain working here and a whole nother energy going on here. So the deepest part of me observes without judgment or conditioning, influenced by molds or cultures. It quietly watches me, my memories, my reactions, and it simply observes. What am I here for? This is this mastery, a mystery and mastery of life too. You could be really observing something within yourself right now, that has kind of maybe pulled you away from something that you are here to do, that you're here to shine, not what your ancestors or conditioning or the belief systems put on you are trying to have molded you to be. It's something, your soul signature. It says the benefits of contemplation are immeasurable, and it's contemplation. Once again, it's coming in. There's something you're contemplating here. You're part in something. I'm feeling that. It says the dual mind is in constant conflict. I stay, I go. I want, I don't want. When I observe it, there is simply no more inner struggle. When you just look at it, go, I want it and I don't want it. I want to stay, I want to go. And just kind of let things observe right now. It says, today I observe myself with love and full acceptance of who I am, without needing to change reality nor accumulate more information. You could even be gathering information too. That's the Page of Swords too. You could be actually gathering information on something, and that's an excess. So it's become obsessive. Maybe you became obsessed with gathering information about somebody or something in your life. Maybe that did you dirty, or vice versa. You're just having a hard time showing your interest or your desire to be in that union or in that place. So you're just kind of looking up on it. Yeah, that's another message. That's weird, but I mean, if you're doing that, it's just, I'm not saying we don't do that, but it's really saying you need to step back from something here and observe something here. Observe what you're doing. Observe your actions. Observe your judgments. It's observation time. And not needing to change the reality nor accumulate more information. Just accept it for what it is and see it. It says, I observe my thoughts and my emotions without judgment, not judging yourself either. I accept and embrace myself with everything that comes with it. My gaze expands and thus sees the wisdom to live a full life. So once you expand your perception of things, you'll feel less burned or scorned, or maybe even feeling less of a loss or less triggered. Once you observe like where this is coming from, how deep really seated this is, it goes beyond just kind of a surface level. This feels really deep, whoever this is resonating with. So let's get a Kali card real quick, you guys. That will close up your reading. I know I'm going for a walk tomorrow, so it's going to be nice here. So I hope you guys get out, get some fresh air. Look for those messages, signs, messages coming in for you. Oh, look at that. Okay, we got the Nitya Kali. Through journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Something here in the past that there could be regret, maybe some delusion, illusion about, escapism, maybe from seeing something within yourself. Something's being balanced out here and made fair, and that's good. It might not feel good to the ego, but it's good. It's good for the spirit. That's what it feels like. It says, allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize that you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon for you. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. And that takes me to, if it was meant to be, if you love it, let it go. And if it was meant to be, it'll come back. That's really important to remember that when there's something we think we wanted or we think was our security, and it's just not what we truly want. It turns out to be not what we want. And how did we handle that? Did we make it worse, or did we, and we do this a lot. We are human, you guys, so nobody's perfect. But that is your guys' reading, Scorpio. I hope it helps somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming, watching your reading. I appreciate your guys' likes, your subscribes. And I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.